If you believe the Toyota PR machine, you'll believe them when they say they were the first to bring the world the compact SUV. We at RPM say rubbish. They were beaten to the punch by Suzuki with the Grand Vitara about 6 years earlier. What the RAV4 is the market segment's first runaway success. And now with about 4.5 million of the things on the world's roads, Toyota have introduced the 4th generation RAV4. Longer and lower than the outgoing model, it wants to build on the monumental success of its ancestors, even though the marketplace is now flooded with all manner of competition. When it first started out back in the 90s, it was basically Toyota versus Suzuki. Now it's Toyota versus the world. It's a hugely popular segment, so Toyota probably realized they couldn't rely solely on the good standing of their name. They had to create something that would stand out. Toyota seemed to be coming out of their design shell. With the new Corolla, they did away with their usual safe blandness, and it's the same with this car. The RAV4 started life as basically a bubble with 2 doors that got chiseled over the years, but compared to earlier generations, this thing is positively aggressive. It may not be your cup of SUV, but credit where it's due. Toyota are making cars that at least get noticed, something that was unheard of in the not-too-distant past. It is quite angular, with strong lines and a real sense of purpose. It also seems a lot bigger than the outgoing model, even though it is slightly narrower, and the amounts in which it has grown in other directions aren't exactly massive. Speaking of massive, that's about the best word to describe the sense of space you get in here, especially because you don't expect it from the outside. Toyota have always had good materials, but now they've added great design and feel to make this a top-class interior. As is the spec level, even in this lower GX range. Standard is the touchscreen system, plus park distance control, aircon, auxiliary and USB connection, and multifunction steering wheel. And the space isn't just for those who are up front. Rear passengers get plenty of room too. The boot is a decent size with useful bits like an integrated cover and cargo net. There is a sense in here that Toyota have taken a big step forward. This is an interior that is well designed and well finished. It's like they're trying their best to leave behind that legacy of safe design that pleases everyone in favor of good design that pleases everyone. Engine choices for the new RAV4 include a 2-litre 107 kilowatt and a 2.5-litre 132 kilowatt petrol motor, and this, the 2.2-litre diesel with 110 kilowatts and 340 newton meters. Drive is to all 4 wheels through a 6-speed manual, although the rest of the range has got the choice of automatic or CVT gearboxes. With a wider choice of engines available in a package as good-looking as this, the RAV4 is looking to put up a fight against its rivals, and it has a long list of some pretty strong competition. Our drive from Port Elizabeth to George gave us a chance to give the RAV4 a proper workout. This is fast becoming one of those cars that's difficult to fault. We've driven it on a mixture of roads and it just continues to impress. The gear shift has got a precision about it, the steering feels good, and the diesel motor is fantastically flexible. Put your foot down anywhere in the rev range and there just seems to be more power. It's so good it might just be turning me into a fan of diesel. Okay, it's not that good. What it is easy. Adding to the sense of space and the good design of the interior, plus exterior styling that is no longer generic, the diesel motor in the new RAV4 is the last element of a whole driving experience that is spot on. And it's not just good around town, it'll even take you off-road. Well, kind of. This is an all-wheel drive model, but Toyota have sort of admitted that this car is better suited to life on road because all the electronic systems that govern stability and traction are there to make for a more involving drive on road. It's even got a sport mode, and I'm quite sure when they included that, they were thinking more about Solari's Pass and not Sony Pass. Integrated Active Drive Assist is a system that adjusts braking and steering and automatically distributes torque between the front and rear axles to keep things tidy and give the RAV4 a more dynamic feel. It doesn't matter what surface you're on at the time, the car thinks you need the electronics to kick in, but it's certainly more about on-road than off-road. The good news is, if you're in the market for a compact SUV, you have a lot of choice from the Americans and the Japanese and the Germans. The bad news is, if your budget's around 350,000 Rand and you want an all-wheel drive diesel, you're going to have a tough choice. The Toyota RAV4 on paper is every bit as good as the top contenders in its marketplace, but it's got the drive, the style and the price to make it a fierce competitor. The 2.2-litre diesel is a very flexible motor, offering good power through the rev range matched to decent fuel consumption. The RAV4 is another option in a long list of competent compact SUVs with space and style matched to a good drive. The bad news is you have more homework to do if you're in the market.